Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Action Theater Presents on a special day. Today's feature will be 1995's Die Hard with a Vengeance. McClane is New York, back in New York, and he has the Samaritan, played by Dent. Uh, uh, oops, I almost messed that one up. Played by no one other than you know him in every other film. Samuel Jackson. Yeah, Samuel Jackson. A deleted scenes is going to tell you the synopsis. Hello,
Wait for
deleted
Casimir.
scenes.
Yes. All right. Waiting for Casimir to be up here. All right. Now I can see. All right. All right. Die Hard with a Vengeance, of course, from 1995. Rated R, running for 2 hours and 9 minutes. Synopsis as follows: seeking a personal and mysterious revenge against McClane, uh, a malevolent genius named Simon, played by Jeremy Irons, is forcing the heroic cop to play a deadly game. The stakes: New York City itself. The game begins when a phone call from Simon sends McClane to Harlem, where he forms an alliance with the very unwilling Zeus Carver, Samuel L. Jackson. McClane and Zeus soon find themselves careening across. Hit the more, please.
Yeah, notice that.
Like,
There's more. Come on.
all right, there's more. Um, find themselves careening across the Big Apple, pursuing the deadly Simon, who's always one step ahead of them. So, yes, the big three here. You have Bruce Willis returning as John McClane, Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus Carver. All right, we got. Look, this movie's been around a while. We know who
Yeah,
Simon is. Simon Peter Gruber, Hans Gruber's brother. It's played by Jeremy Irons. We also have Graham Greene, Colleen Camp, Larry Brigham, Anthony Peck. Um,
yeah,
I believe a very young Aldous Hodge is in this movie as well, and a few other people that we'll be pointing out along the way. So,
yes.
of course,
Sadly, it's the late Graham Greene.
yes.
We lost him like a year ago.
Mhm.
You might have known him. He was in Dances with Wolves and the Green Mile. Anyway,
Mhm.
all right. As we would love to show you these here on YouTube, we are restricted by the rules and regulations of YouTube, so we cannot show it here to you on YouTube. You'll have to come find on after the fact if you're not here live with us at this broadcast. Go find it on at Fandango Home, probably Tubi, and maybe some other streaming platforms, but that's where you can find it. Um, we are we're we have to aid by the guidelines and rules and regulations of YouTube, so we cannot show it here. And we're going to throw up that commentary once we hit the play button. If you follow us over to the screen room, should be highlighted right there at the top of the screen. And we'll go head over there and we'll hit the play button. Follow us over there now. All right. Here we get a 5 second countdown. Five, four, three, two, and go. This is a fun one. It goes by pretty quick. The action's stellar. I can believe this is a 31-year-old film already.
Mhm.
31 years ago. All right. All right. Come on, God. There you go.
20th Century Fox logo.
Hello, Andrea Black. Always good to see you, dear.
Hello also to Tune the News.
We open up on the Brooklyn Bridge.
And Acres of Movies. There's shots of New York.
It always kind of sucks to see these older films with the skyline as it was prior to 9/11. And we're starting out with a bang.
And this is a supposed to be a toy store by the name of Bonwit Tellers. I don't know if it's real or if it's something they just made up for the film, but we're meeting the cops that we're
That
going
was the
to
man
be
from
with
the.
throughout the film.
I think he found the rock.
Uh, we see McLean here at not exactly his
McLean
best.
looks a little bit. Yeah, I think he's a little hungover. Good to see you. Hello, Lady Miss. The emoji queen. Always great to see you. Hello, Tune the News and Arches of Movies.
There's a clue. Is it lagging for anyone else? Try this again.
Again, I'm sorry for the lag. There's
Thank you to FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Remember, chat. America. Hell yeah. Indeed. I don't know about favorite scene, but I do like all of the Pulp Fiction references they managed to squeeze into this movie. There's quite a few.
uh-huh. Gotta hit you upside the head. I see one. Not like this. Uh,
So far, so good.
Simon really wanted McLean to die. Uh-oh, and now it
Full of
begins.
the wild.
He been spotted. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to be in McLean's shoes right about now. Bellevue. Lachlan, does he look like a friend of mine? I got a really bad headache.
First one in the movie.
He taped a gun pistol to the back. He did that in the first film. Hello, JPRPH1. Welcome, sir. Don't I like that one? Don't f with me or I'll put a light bulb up your ass.
Mm. Did it pause for anyone else?
Our timestamp 16:59. Is it playing okay for everybody?
I'm getting a spinning circle right now.
Okay. Well, how long has it been spinning?
After I
Let's try
refreshed
to
it after it
reload.
paused.
Okay, let's try to reload it here.
Okay.
I'll back it up a little bit, I guess. Let's I'll back it up to 16:36. How about, is it playing now? How about now? Is it going?
It's back up, but it's lagging.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know why we experience so much lag. I don't.
Yeah. It's like, because this is a guy who is literally minding his own business. And now he's stuck in the middle of a Die Hard movie.
Don't call me boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alfred and Nick Fury are having an argument right now. You said the thing. Roll credits. Cross dressing. What's that? What's that?
Hello, Big Al present.
Yeah.
Hello, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the film.
I'll be joining Al tomorrow night on Films with Friends at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Adventures of Baron Munchausen is this week's movie. The actor playing the department shrink is an actor by the name of Stephen Perlman, who unfortunately has also passed away since this film. And I first remember seeing him in Darren Aronofsky's first movie, Pie, where he plays a rabbi, but a rabbi who might have some
Mhm.
ill intent towards our hero in that film. Interesting movie.
Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain
Mm-hmm.
Kangaroo. Don't tell me I got nothing to do. Counting flowers on the wall with the flood of 15 men.
Pulp Fiction reference number one.
Not today's world. You won't be able to.
Check that phone. Make sure it doesn't have Pacific Bell on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were a little more on top of things for part three than they were for part two.
Simon is always talking in riddles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait, your phone number is three numbers, three digits? Between the two of them. Boy, they look stupid right about now.
We won't put a scratch on it. Hey, Queen!
Not even God knows what they're doing. Oh, I guess he must really have a bad headache. He's going through the park.
Being buggy today, this one. Alrighty. I don't know if anybody can hear me right now or not, but if you do,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I do want to remind everybody that Bill and I will be returning Sunday afternoon at 4:30 p.m. for the next two episodes of 1883, episodes 7 and 8. And we will be returning at our regular time next Thursday. And we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to do a comedy called Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
Available on Netflix.
I'm getting nothing on Cosmic except a spinning circle right now, so I don't know if that's just me right now, folks, or if it's anybody else.
I reloaded it.
Okay.
Try it again.
Live television, folks. This happens from time to time. We got the occasional bug in the system.
The other phone's been disabled. Oh, the cop is so scared. Uh-oh. Liquid is mixing. That's a bad thing. How about now deleted?
It's the same. It's choppy. Now, among the locations that this film was shot in, one of them was also Charleston, South Carolina. So my neck of the woods, basically. And one of the scenes that was filmed down here was this sequence in the train station where they did this stunt where they blew up the train. So this was all built by the production, and this controlled explosion, and goes off pretty well, I think. Then they cut back to the New York exteriors right here. And there's a few other places in the movie that where it's recognizable to me as Charleston, and I'll let you know when those scenes pop up. But this was definitely one of them where they basically how they did the train car was that was all remote controlled, and everything that you just saw was meant to fun fact, the FBI actually questioned the writer and director about this movie because it was true that their bank was next to a subway system. I mean, the FBI and the bank needed to make security adjustments after this film. Yeah. They did their research. The research on this film was almost a little too good. And it kind of predicts some stuff that happened later on too.
Our timestamp is 39:58.
Guy plays Agent Cross. He's been in a number of films, and he's also in Rumble in the Bronx as well with Jackie Chan. And the guy who's sitting on the right, Jarvis, is from quote unquote another agency. This guy right here is Michael Christopher, is also a pretty well known playwright and screenwriter, and if I remember correctly, was also in the Mr. Robot series. This movie is like filled with that guys.
Yeah.
If you recognize somebody from something, it's probably that guy. like the guy who's over Bruce's shoulder there on his left or right. He was in Hunt for Red October as well. I don't know. You piss off any Germans lately?
Yeah. Speak up.
But the Israelis missed blowing up something. They're usually pretty good at that. In
Yeah.
fact, everybody in
Yeah.
this movie is usually pretty good at that. That's the thing.
Some.
No, we don't know this guy. We
Yeah.
don't. We don't know him. Nope. Okay.
Gruber. Too late. He already knows. Wait, how'd you know I was here? Oh, go by foot. No rush. Sure. Oh, yeah, sure. The whims of a madman. Too late. Oh, look, they're running around like that. And he's got front row seats.
And our first look at Simon. Uh, Enigma's saying this is the first time he saw Jeremy Irons in a film. He went back a long way before this. I think I first heard of him with a movie called The French Lieutenant's Woman with Meryl Streep that came out like late 70s, early 80s. That's the first time I remember. I'm sure he was in stuff before that, but is he was one of those, kind of pretty much like a stage actor first and then transitioned into film later on. A Donald Trump reference, yeah. Remember those dump trucks?
The tow truck, dump truck.
Mm-hmm. There's Targo. That's Targo, Tim, not Torgo. Before you start inundating us with Torgo memes. Because I know you're going
Trump
to.
reference, yeah, man.
Yeah. Somebody had fun. Yes, the first World Trade Center bombing that happened by this point is kind of a reenactment of that in a way. This guy, big Popeye chicken eating motherfucker. This guy, and Mr. Van der Vlugel. Yeah. R.I.P. Ricky. Motherfuckers taking trophies. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That is exactly why you are here. I had like a GI Joe vehicle that was like that. I remember I had one of them. This guy notices they're all wearing combat boots and doesn't do a thing about it. Like getting a headache from the alarm. Yeah, yeah, I would be too. Yeah. Dead ringers, believe it or not. Yeah. Of course, you get the our first look at the missus. Uh, he's
Yeah.
wounded in the throat. So they did get her in the bombing. They
She's
just didn't kill
quite
her.
psycho.
Yeah, and she was a radio DJ in Los Angeles for a lot of years.
Yeah, she had that. She was hot in a way, you know, a villain hot psycho chick that facial
Yeah,
tattoos.
withdrawal.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So they just drugged that one guy, but they're willing to kill anybody else.
They could have killed a lot more people than they did,
Federal Reserve Bank.
for sure.
Yeah. The gourd. The gold bars are moving.
Corral her, please.
Room. 58:34 is our timestamp. Fort Knox is for tourists. What the heck? What you talking about, Willie?
All right, I've paused again.
Again? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty, folks. All right. Let's try this one more time. All right. All right. Just back it up a minute. Should be back up. Let me know. Is it going now?
Yeah.
Timestamp was 1 hour, 3 minutes, 25 seconds. It's Christmas. You can still.
The previous bit was the
Just
running
like his
joke.
brother.
Yeah. Well, last bit was like the running joke of "Don't leave that here; a kid could get it," because it finally hits some of the keys. Well, for one thing, the truck almost hits him, but now he's got an idea. Something's up.
Money? Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Get a hunch. Give give it to those guys over there. Yeah, they want it. I like this guy jumping back
Hmm.
with his fake accent and a fake American accent.
Damn, this woman is so thirsty. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to need an answer on the issue. Let him go.
Oh,
Why?
don't open that.
I'm not
The
after him.
bomb.
Don't open that, you idiot. You know. Yeah, I just almost detonated one of our own bomb. Ah, jeez. Like, what are you doing?
I don't want to write in it. Put it in the box.
Meanwhile, not Jurgen Prock now.
Yeah. McClay walks in like he just been toe to toe with Godzilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Love your day.
Like dog the cat. It's
Yep.
cats and dogs, you moron.
Yep. Strike one.
Uh, these bad guys are tall.
Strike two.
Why do you have that grin on your face there, fella? He no speaking no English.
Strike three. The ticket's right here.
Time stamp 1 hour, 11 minutes, 5 seconds. Dump truck. Yeah. Yeah, just one brick, $625,000.
Takes too fucking long.
They're driving a Yugo.
Yeah.
They're driving a Yugo. Remember Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd? They were also driving a Yugo. No, never gonna. Oh hell no!
Yeah,
Just
that joke was there even then.
Copperfield. Yeah. Yeah, take the Yugo.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm
Not
paused again on Cosme. Let me refresh.
Carl's dead. Where's Carl? Oh, that's The Walking Dead. They said the one mother heard the word bomb and she went running. Bomb
Right.
school?
Uh,
I'm gonna go get my baby.
okay.
After soon they
FYI,
just
Bill
called
Cosme
911.
is not running.
Let's try this out. How about now?
Yeah, it's back on.
How about now? Deleted.
It is on, but it is choppy.
It is what? Well, on my end, it looks like it's working fine, but I don't. I don't know. Maybe it's the theater. My timestamp is 1 hour, 15 minutes, 2 seconds. Are you there? Deleted.
I am here. Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry about the issues with Cosme. I don't, Rain!
Fury. Don't took to the racetrack for. That's not true. Brian, of security. Part of the guy coming through here. Hey, reindeer.
Was that deleted? Our timestamp is 1 hour 19 minutes 32 seconds.
Hello, counting sheep.
Game over. I'd be like, yeah, no. Get the hell out of here. 9. 9.
How'd Jerry get back so fast? Hey, wait a
You
minute.
thought
How
you were
are we
going in the
landing
back
again?
door. Chester A. Arthur Public School.
Hey, and you notice something else about this movie, guys? A diverse cast that doesn't call attention to itself. This
Yeah.
is how we used to do it. Attention, attention. Ghost is dead.
That's
Repeat,
right.
Ghost is dead.
I told you not to toy with him.
Hello to
Okay.
Curtis Selby, and as well as Yusan G. Good to see you.
Hey, Curtis.
We're about 1 hour, 25 minutes, 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
This is the scene where they blow the tunnel and flood it. Which kind of makes you wonder what
Yeah,
happened
it's
to all those
water.
guys who were outside, but yeah.
Water. Water.
Water!
Gotta remember that
Water!
of Indiana Jones scene at Temple of Doom.
Now, in the fourth movie, people keep complaining that McClane comes off like a superhero. How to explain this? Ah!
He got shot out of McLean getting shot out of a water hole.
Meanwhile, back in Charleston again.
Somebody was calling him.
Meanwhile, it's okay. We're just going to drive to Charlestown Landing. It shouldn't be a problem. liquid. Whoopsie. Now, this sequence was also filmed in Charleston. These bridges that you see actually no longer exist. They were taken down and replaced. But yeah, they were out there for a couple of weeks filming these scenes. And they're on the
Snakes on a McLean.
yeah, Snakes on a McLean. Yeah, that's
Gonna wait, Connie.
the Cooper River
Hey,
there.
Connie, you're in
Yeah.
this.
And the stunt guys they had doing this were are like the two stunt guys they normally have on their films. And they really drove this truck off the
I'd be
bridge like
afraid of
this.
this. Yeah, that cable cutting somebody in half. Oh, just like that.
Yeah. Ah! Thunk.
Ouch. Oh, my butt. My butt hurts. Yeah. I'm glad you talked me out of Zipper too. Falling hurts just the same. Did they really spit that guy? Yeah, they spit that guy. That guy got cut by that. How's the Cosby? How's the footage now? Is it playing better?
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, yeah. And I also put my own copy on to
Oh,
so I can
they've been
see a little
hacked.
bit better. And this is
One.
Sean Bean. No, accounting sheep. He killed Otto already.
You got the safety on. Your own gun. one.
And we're paused again.
Hey, look, I washed my hands for supper. What? We're paused again.
Yeah,
Uh,
at least I am.
I don't know why we're having these issues.
Possibly to save this man's life. Yeah.
Ouch. Stop toying with the 7 foot German.
Okay, Bill, just tell me which timestamp you are at, and I'll just follow along with
Okay.
my own copy because I can't see shit on Cosme.
1 hour, 40 minutes, 53 seconds. 1 hour, 40 minutes, 58 seconds.
All right, just tell me when you get to the scene where Charlie decides to stay behind. I'm at 141:28 right now on my own copy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got there. 141.29 right now.
Okay.
Now 141.33.
We apologize for the Cosme guys. I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do about that. We're
I, I
up.
I
Yeah.
don't understand it. It seems fine on my end.
Okay. All right. So what they're doing at this point, guys, is they're intercutting between Charlie trying to disarm the bomb, Connie and Lambert trying to get the kids out, and Aldous Hodge from Leverage is one of the kids. Very young here, but it's him. And then you got, of course, McLean and Zeus on the boat. Zeus has been captured. And McLean has knocked out Targo, and he's gotten up to the bridge where he's trying to call out. And the bomb's mixing. Cut back to the school, and they're on the roof. And
No
it's too
escape.
hot. They can't jump across. So and Charlie realizing the school bomb is a fake, and the real bomb is on the boat with McLean.
It doesn't have the gold. It has the
Yeah,
decoy.
it's got the scrap iron in it. It doesn't have there's no gold on the boat. No bomb in the school. The whole thing was a fake out. You know, your brother was an asshole. Yeah. He was. Yeah, he got his number.
Mhm.
Since basically
You got his
Simon
number.
wasn't a big
Yep.
fan of Hans either. I didn't like my brother, but I'm going to follow his plan to the letter. uh, Gentlemen in the Middle East think they'll make lots of money. Yep. Difference between not liking one's brother and not caring when someone throws them off of a building. Yeah.
I'm a bad head all day long.
Yeah, you and me both, pal. Keep the bottle. Yeah.
All right, my timestamp's at 1:47:04.
Yep. And Targo
I'm
has
sorry.
made it to the motor launch, and
Where's the gold?
yeah, and
Crap.
he thinks the wife's on his side, but of course, no, she's not.
They're, they're greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Torgo. Well, Targo. I keep wanting to say Torgo
You
now.
just
Damn
killed
it.
you're almost 7 foot German.
Yeah.
His guy's like 6'6" or something,
Yeah.
almost 7 foot tall.
Only thing better than blowing up 100 billion is making people think you did. basically heading up towards our climax here. There's about 20 minutes left in the movie, including credits. This is the beginning of the escape into out of the boat, and you realize McClane's basically been walking around with this piece of metal on his shoulder for like the last 20 minutes. And they're going to use that to pick the lock on the handcuffs, because they're handcuffed to the bomb. And he admits to him that the bomb was in Chinatown and not Harlem, which is what got him to come along in the first place. Two movies and she still took off. Jeez. Someone's So McClane is free, but Zeus drops the steel pin, and now the bomb is mixing. Just going to blow up the handcuffs here. Yeah, I'll bet that hurt.
Wow, that was a big
Yeah.
boom. Big bada boom.
Yeah,
Big
of course,
bada
the
boom.
shockwave would have done them in. Well, it's the 4th of July. Yeah. Hey, you've been taking quarters off of guys all day. Why don't you just use those?
Our timestamp 1:53:21.
And after 3 movies, we finally get the housekeeper's name. And of course, on the bottle there is the location of where he bought the aspirin bottle, which is on just
Map
on the
of
other side of the border there.
the Fed. Yeah.
And of course, the reveal that they took the gold out on the dump trucks. Fallen comrades. Yeah, comrade. But he had more guys with him, so it's not like yeah, no rush. Yeah, all
Yeah.
day for this. Dear bad guys, no one here but us good guys. Signed, Epstein's mother. That's a that's a welcome back Carter joke, folks. Yeah, that come at a bad time. Oh, cock blockery aside. And you notice that suddenly McLean doesn't mind flying. It's a 38, John.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh shit.
Yeah. to the border. Say hello to your brother. Yippee-ki-yay,
Well,
motherfucker.
that did it, man.
Yep.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Yeah, well.
Shall we consult the scrolls?
All right. Let me get back on over here to IMDb.
I'm sorry about the latency and the badness of Cosme. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Die Hard with a Vengeance was released May 19th, 1995, at an estimated budget of 90 million, going on to gross over 366 million worldwide. Let's see. It was nominated for the Best Action Adventure Film at the Saturn Awards. Best Action nominated for Best Action Sequence at the MTV Awards. For the train derailment scene. Michael Kamen won a BMI Film and TV, won the BMI Film Music Award. The stunt team was nominated at the Awards Circuit Community Awards, and it won the Golden Screen Award from Germany. Rather ironically. All right. All right. Filming locations. Ray's Candy Store, 113 Avenue A, New York City, New York. The John P. Grace Memorial Bridge, Charleston, South Carolina. PS 115, Alexander Humboldt School, 586 West 177th Street, Washington Heights, Manhattan, in place of the fictional Chester A. Arthur School. 72nd Street, Broadway, 9th Avenue, Manhattan, Beaufort, South Carolina, Berkeley County, South Carolina, which is where I was living at the time. Bronx, Brooklyn, Central Park, all of course in New York City. Charleston, South Carolina, Dorchester, South Carolina, East Village, Manhattan, Fairfield County, Connecticut, the Federal Reserve Bank, 33 Liberty Street Financial District, Manhattan, for the bank robbery scene. Greenwich Village, Manhattan, Jessup, Maryland, for the end sequence. Yep, Maryland for Canada, folks. Tompkins Square Park, East 10th Street, East Village, Manhattan. Truckers Inn, I-95 and Route 175, just Maryland. Westchester County, New York, and Yankee Stadium. On to the trivia. Originally titled Simon Says, where Zeus was scripted as a woman, was considered by Joel Silver as the third sequel to Lethal Weapon, but 20th Century Fox did not agree to sell the script to Joel Silver. And the 2003 Region 1 DVD version includes the original ending, showing McClane and Simon playing a game of chicken with a rocket launcher. In this original version, Simon Gruber and his crew get away with the gold, and months later, McClane tracks Simon down in Europe. Where exactly in Europe is debated. McClane mentions Germany, but people in the background are heard speaking Hungarian. The number on the bottom of the aspirin bottle at the phone booth leads McClane to Gruber. The gold was turned into small miniatures of the Empire State Building and smuggled out of the country. McClane is thrown off of the force, and the police, thinking that he may actually be involved in the heist. The game that McClane and Simon play is about riddles that McClane tells Simon, and he's supposed to figure out the answer, or McClane will force him to fire a rocket launcher with its directional arrows removed, so neither will know which direction it will fire until it is actually fired. The scene climaxes with McClane forcing Simon at gunpoint to fire the rocket launcher, which kills Simon, and McClane is revealed to be wearing a flak jacket, which would have saved his life if the rocket launcher had fired at him instead of Simon. I'm not sure about that one, but okay. The studio objected to the ending, saying that it made McClane too cruel and heartless, whereas screenwriter Jonathan Hensley stated that that was exactly the point, to show that McClane had been pushed over the edge by the events of that day, and subsequently losing everything as a result of Simon. The chase scenes in the tunnel were filmed in New York City Water Tunnel number 3, an unfinished aqueduct connecting the city to the Catskill Mountains in upstate New York. While the highway scenes are supposed to take place on Sawmill Parkway in Westchester County, New York, they were filmed on the Merritt Parkway in Fairfield County, Connecticut, and on the Taconic Parkway in Putnam County, New York. The character of Dr. Fred Schiller was a reference to the 18th century German poet Friedrich Schiller, who wrote the lyrics used by Ludwig van Beethoven in his Ninth Symphony, which was used in Die Hard. When the bomb goes off in the Bonwit Teller department store, there is an Atlantic courier truck parked in front of the store that gets flipped over. In Die Hard, Hans Gruber and the other terrorists arrive at Nakatomi Plaza in a Pacific carrier truck. On April 19th, 1995, exactly 1 month before the movie was scheduled to be released, the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City was bombed by terrorists. Several sources later reported that last-minute editing was done to remove a few scenes depicting explosions out of pity with the victims. This claim turned out to be false. There may have been confusion with the television shows All My Children and Melrose Place, which had indeed such scenes edited out at the last minute. Director John McTiernan did at one point consider either editing out the opening bombing of the department store or moving the release date back, as he felt that the American public might still be sensitive to bombing due to recent events. Fox Studios decided to go with the original version and release date, stating that the film was a work of fiction and was already completed long before the real-life events occurred. Simon calls a radio announcer to report that there is a bomb in a school. The announcer is Elvis Duran, an actual radio announcer on the station C100 or 100.3 FM. Okay, I'm going to have to edit things a bit here. The sandwich board that Bruce Willis wore while filming in Harlem was originally blank rather than text to ensure that no one was offended by the racist message. The message was added with CGI in post-production. Some television broadcasts use an alternate version where the sign reads, "I hate everybody," which is sometimes erroneously said to be the original version of the sign used for filming, but this too is added with CGI in post-production. The first version of the screenplay was based on a speculative script by James Hagen called Troubleshooter, which involved terrorists seizing control of a Caribbean cruise ship while John and Holly are on a honeymoon cruise. The idea was abandoned after Under Siege went into production. It was long rumored that the script later became Speed 2 Cruise Control, but this is not true. Speed 2 is based on an original story by director Jan de Bont. In 1992, John Milius was hired to write an other new script, which was rumored to take place in Jungle, but for some reason it was rejected. In 1993, Doug Richardson and John Fasano simultaneously worked on two separate Die Hard 3 scripts, which were both rejected by Bruce Willis. The plot of Richardson's script was about terrorists taking control of the Los Angeles subway system, but the real intention is to burglarize the Federal Reserve of the city. The plot of Fasano's script had McClane pursuing kidnappers who have abducted his teenage daughter, believing her to be the child of a wealthy and powerful industrialist. That actually wouldn't have been a bad idea. Although both scripts were rejected, the ending of Richardson's Die Hard on the Subway script was reused by 20th Century Fox for the ending of Speed when the script for that film was going through rewrites. And supposedly Richardson reused some of his rejected Die Hard 3 script in his original script for Money Train in 1995. But the final script for that film was rewritten by David Lawfrey, so the final film probably doesn't include anything from a Richardson script. Director John McTiernan acknowledged the errors concerning the gold in the dump trucks and its respective weight. McTiernan and Samuel L. Jackson were permitted to lift a genuine bar of gold to get the feel of how heavy the gold really was. Although he wasn't hired for the film, Alan Rickman is still credited as playing Hans Gruber in McClane's flashback using stock footage from Die Hard. During its pay-per-view run in 1996, a bonus featurette allowed the presentation of the movie, which included footage of some scenes with additional dialogue, such as the scene in the Federal Reserve Bank where Felix Little asks, "You're in the flower business, Mr. Vandervloot?" and it is added Simon replying Vanderflood. He's correcting him. It rhymes with Tulip explaining why Felix pronounces the name incorrectly from that point on. This featurette is not included in the special edition DVD. The park on top of the Wall Street station in the film was a vacant lot that was made into a park for the film. It was turned back into a vacant lot after filming was completed. When Simon, posing as a city engineer, meets Ricky, you can see a blurry but visible red sign on the building in the background. This is the home insurance company building, and that company purchased the red cover so that it would be seen in the movie, as they felt that the original bronze signage would not be visible. Lawrence Fishburne was the original choice to play Zeus Carver, but turned down the part. When he reconsidered the decision, Samuel L. Jackson had already been cast. In a DVD commentary, Jonathan Hensley says the first hour of the film is his original Simon Said script word for word. He only changed the characters from the script so that it would actually feel like a sequel to Die Hard. The film was shot under the working title Die Hard New York. Samuel L. Jackson's look in the film was Jackson's idea after he'd done extensive research on his character by studying books on Malcolm X. Jonathan Hensley was detained by, we talked about this in the chat, Jonathan Hensley was detained by the FBI after completing the script for the film because he knew extensive information about the federal, damn it jumped on me, hold on, because he knew extensive information about the Federal Gold Reserve in downtown Manhattan. Hensley stated that he got all the information from an article written in the New York Times. Sam Phillips is a pop singer in real life when she was invited to screen test for the role of Katya based upon a photo from one of her CD covers. The sex scene between Jeremy Irons and Sam Phillips was added in the last minute because John McTiernan knew that the film would get an R rating from the MPAA, as other countries use different rating systems. He might as well put a sex scene in. Yes, but there is no nudity, so it doesn't count. Does not count. All right. The bridge from which McClane and Zeus jump on to the container ship is in the harbor is the Cooper River Bridge that connects Charleston and Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. A new bridge opened in July of 2005, and the two pre-existing bridges that have long been a symbol of Charleston were removed. Much of the film was shot in Charleston area, including the subway station, which was built on a stage in Mount Pleasant. The Cooper River Bridge scenes were set on an unnamed bridge near Bridgeport, Connecticut, on Long Island Sound. As in Die Hard, the German spoken in this movie is mostly grammatically incorrect. A few lines are so wrong that they have to be considered gibberish, most notably the exchange of the fake cops who are given the briefcase bomb by Zeus. In the German release, all of the lines that were German in the original movie are grammatically correct, fitting the context, and some of the terrorists even have an East German accent. The Russian title for Die Hard in the first three movies is A Hard Nut to Crack. The producers plan to blow up the Hutchinson River Parkway toll booth structure for a scene in the movie. The tolls were to be eliminated anyway, and then Governor Mario Cuomo volunteered to push the switch. But opposition from local residents in close proximity and from other officials nixed the idea. David Hewlett was originally intended to play Simon. There was a war reference in the first three Die Hard movies. This film's reference is when the FBI agent references the Battle of the Bulge. Despite not being set at Christmas, it still references Die Hard in Die Hard 2, which were set at Christmas with sarcastic comments regarding Santa Claus. When Walter Cobb answers the phone by saying Simon, Simon responds, "No, it's Santa Claus." The shoplifting kids also say it's Christmas, so you could steal City Hall. While in the aqueduct, McClane further mentions, "We got a report of some guy coming through here with 8 reindeer." Then shoots the terrorists and continues, "They said he was a jolly old fat guy with a snowy white beard and a cute little red and white suit. Surprised you guys didn't see him." Finally, when disarming the bomb hidden in a fridge, Charlie mentions, "And a partridge in a pear tree for about 12 days of Christmas." Officially making Die Hard 3 a Christmas movie. No. No. We're not arguing that. Hold on a minute. I'm going to read off a few more here. All right. Sean Connery was John McTiernan's first choice for the role of Simon. He turned down the role, saying that he didn't want to play such a diabolical villain. In the DVD commentary, screenwriter Jonathan Hensley says the idea for the film's plot came to him when he imagined what would happen if one of his childhood friends, who was injured after Hensley threw a rock at him, decided to seek revenge on him as an adult. The studio told screenwriter Jonathan Hensley to remove the scenes with McClane walking around Harlem with the sign. They allowed him to keep the scene when he said he threatened to take the script to another studio. Danny Cannon was approached to direct, but he was more interested in making Judge Dredd at the time. The final fight between McClane and Simon takes place at a truck stop in Quebec. The scenes were filmed at the TA truck stop off of I-95 in Jessup, Maryland. In the scene where Zeus is trying to get out of going with McClane on to jump across the city, he gets up exclaiming, "I'm not jumping through hoops for some psycho. That's a white man with white problems. You deal with him," calming when he crosses 110th Street. 110th Street is the border between Central Park and Harlem. There's also a movie called Across 110th Street. And we ought to consider doing that movie sometime because it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's got Anthony Quinn and Yaphet Kotto in it. It was done back in the 70s. Very dark, but very good. And it's where the song comes from. Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson appeared in Loaded Weapon 1, Pulp Fiction, Unbreakable, and Glass. Anthony Peck, who plays Ricky, is also in the original Die Hard. Obviously, he's a different character, but he's there. The main theme for this movie is Johnny I Hardly Knew Ye, a Irish song from 250 years ago. This was later adapted into When Johnny Comes Marching Home, an Irish song made famous in America by Patrick Sarsfield Gilmore, a.k.a. Louis Lampert, in 1863. Okay. Buckle up. This is a bit of a long one. There are 2 solutions to the water jug riddle in the park at the Elephant Fountain. To place exactly 4 gallons of water on the scales when you only have 2 jugs which hold 3 and 5 gallons respectively, you must do either of the following. 1. Fill the 5-gallon jug and decant the water into a 3-gallon jug. This leaves 2 gallons in the big jug. 2. Empty the 3-gallon jug and pour into 2 gallons from the 5-gallon jug, leaving space for 1 gallon on the small jug. 3. Refill the 5-gallon jug and pour water from it into the 3-gallon jug into the small jug until the small jug's full. 4. That leaves exactly 4 gallons in the big jug. Put it on the scale and the bomb is disarmed. The second method is 1. Fill the 3-gallon jug and pour the water into the 5-gallon jug. 2. Refill the 3-gallon jug and pour into the 5-gallon jug until the big jug is full, leaving 1 gallon in the small jug. 3. Empty the big jug and transfer the 1 gallon from the small jug into the big jug. Number 4. Refill the small jug and pour all 3 gallons into the 5-gallon jug, resulting in 4 gallons in the big jug. Place the big jug on the scale and the bomb is disarmed. Shoot me now. I'm not doing all that. Let it explode. All right. When Zeus picks up the gold bar at the Federal Reserves, he says, "Damn, this is heavy." A standard gold bar kept at the Federal Reserve weighs approximately 25 pounds. All right. There's a bit here that explains the whole St. Ives thing. I'm not reading that. They get a little mathematical. I'm going to skip that
I
one.
can imagine.
When McClane says, "Cheer up, things could be worse. I was working on a nice fat suspension, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo." In Pulp Fiction, which featured both Willis and Jackson, the song "Flowers on the Wall," from where this quote comes, is playing on the radio, and Willis's character runs into Marcellus Wallace outside of his apartment. On the DVD commentary, director John McTiernan mentions that Dick Cheney appears in the scene. He actually says here he is, but Dick Cheney's not in film. The person shown in the scene has a slight physical resemblance, but it is not Dick Cheney. McTiernan made an error. No, I think he was just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
The dump truck driven by McClane has Stir and Sampson Earth Movers Incorporated on the door. The locations department for the movie include a Pamela Thur and Robin F. Sampson. The original casting of Terror Crew was a mix of Soviet and Warsaw patties and nice Germans. Only one British character, Otto, was retained from the initial casting. He became the butt. He's just the meaning jokes. Wow. On the Die Hard Blu-ray commentary, production designer Jackson DeGovia notes that the company name on the truck, which the Raiders, as he calls them, arrive in the first movie, says Pacific Courier, a joke because it means messenger of peace. DeGovia used a similar name, Atlantic Courier, and graphic on the truck that gets blown up at the start of the movie. Even though this is the third Die Hard film, it is the first that takes place in the same city in which McClane is a police officer, New York City. In the first movie, he was in Los Angeles, and in the second, he was in Dulles, Virginia. Sorry, just had to take a sip of water there. I'll read off a few more of these. Each film in the Die Hard series contains a key scene involving an elevator. In real life, Alan Rickman was 2 years older than Jeremy Irons, despite the fact that Irons plays the older brother. Screenwriter Michael Christopher plays Agent Bill Jarvis in this movie, wrote the screenplay for The Bonfire of the Vanities. Um, there's a book called The Devil's Candy that's all about the making of Bonfire of the Vanities. If you want to hear about how badly one of these things can go while they're making them, read that book. Uh,
Well, take their word for it.
Even though the film's domestic box office was only about 100 million, its massive international box office, about 266 million, made it the highest grossing film of 1995 worldwide. It is one of the few movies that could manage to become the highest grossing film of the year when its domestic box office was not even in the top 5. It actually finished 10th. Transformers Age of Extinction also achieved the same feat. McClane doesn't kill a bad guy until over an hour into the movie. That is longer than any other Die Hard movie. This was the film debut of Kevin Chamberlain, who played Charlie. All right, the film depicts Zeus's nephews. They were brothers in real life, Aldous and Edwin Hodge. Made their acting debuts in this movie. Aldous Hodge is also in A Good Day to Die Hard. Playing a different character, but he is there. When McClane is dropped off in Harlem, he expected to be dead in 4 minutes. When the gang members across the street from Zeus's shop discover McClane, 4 minutes have elapsed in real time. All right, I'll read a few more. The subway scene when Zeus is held at gunpoint by the police officer is more or less the same scene that Jackson played later as Frozone in The Incredibles. In both scenes, Jackson had to reach for something while a nervous police officer told him to freeze. Of course, in The Incredibles, he would have actually frozen. This movie opened in U.S. theaters May 19th, 1995. Coincidentally, only 6 days earlier, on May 13th, Alexander Goodenough, co-star from the original Die Hard, died at the age of 45. And in the latter part of the movie, McClane ridicules Targo, played by Nick Wyman, for his size by calling him Lurch. Making specific reference to the Addams Family, the scene immediately cuts to bomb expert Charlie Rice, who years later was cast as Uncle Fester in the Addams Family musical on Broadway. Nice. Just like in Die Hard, McClane's life is saved by a gun taped to his back, even though he does not use it himself this time. This was shown on television on Tuesday, March 15th, 2016, the same night that Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton each won multiple presidential primaries. Each one is mentioned offhand in this movie. When McClane enters the Federal Reserve and encounters Carl disguised as a security guard, Carl tries to have a casual conversation with McClane. There are two instances during this exchange in which his dialogue could potentially blow his cover as an American. Before he and McClane enter the elevator, he asks McClane what he thought about the weather, and it says it feels like it's going to rain dogs and cats later. Not only does he misquote a fairly standard English expression, but he also has to think a bit as he's trying to sound more American, then calls the elevator a lift, another mistake that would give away that he's not actually American. John McTiernan liked the 1961 Mack truck so much that he bought the truck after the movie was finished. This was McTiernan's first real experience shooting in New York City. Bruce Willis suggested Samuel L. Jackson for the movie. Jackson was thrilled and says he's seen the first Die Hard maybe 30 times. Jonathan Hensley lived right above where one scene was shot in the Upper West Side. He set it there on purpose so he could watch the filming from his kitchen window. The racial argument is partially based on the one in The Defiant Ones. Samuel L. Jackson said that Zeus is the closest character to my own personality that I've played. Sam Phillips, who played Katya, was relieved her character was mute throughout the movie. But as time went on, I started wanting to speak. Some of the violent and bloody scenes from the film had to be cut down for an R rating after John McTiernan's original cut got an NC-17 rating from the MPAA. For example, cuts were made on some of the death scenes, and the fight scene between McClane and Targo was heavily cut. If you look closely at the scene where McClane beats Targo with a chain, one moment he's sitting in with it, and in the next shot when Targo is on the ground, he has the chain around his face. Mm-hmm. On set, the on-set making of documentary shows some clips of deleted and alternative scenes, including one which shows the uncut death of the guy that McClane shoots in a boat. I'll read this one last one.
Okay.
Okay. A novelization by Deborah Cheel was first published on May 28th, 1995. The novel is written in third-person omniscient and has a somewhat darker tone in comparison to the final film. The novel provides a deeper exploration into McClane's psyche and sees how angry and broken he has become since leaving Holly and becoming an alcoholic. McClane's introduction is also different. In the film, McClane is first seen in the police van to Harlem while being briefed on what's going on. The novel includes a scene before this, where Connie and Joe find McClane in his messy apartment. Simon's henchwoman Katya appears much later into the story than she does in the film. She isn't involved in the robbery and instead appears just before Simon and Targo take off in one of the dump trucks. Like in the final film, she ends up killing Targo for Simon. The original placement of the Yippee-ki-yay line is included as it was originally intended instead of being used at the end. McClane uses the line when talking to Simon over the radios while on the aqueducts. This was meant to be in the same vein as the use of the line in the original film. In the first movie, Zeus's original backstory is presented in the novel, explaining why he's looking for his nephews and why he hates white people. During the car chase, Zeus explains that his brother was killed during a drug raid. When McClane suggests that was his brother's own fault, Zeus explains that his brother was never involved in drugs and the only reason he was there was to bring Zeus home. The novel also uses the McClane says ending rather than the film's version in the finale. Okay. There's a lot more. You can find it on IMDb Pro, where I have a page, so please check that out. One thing that I do want to bring up. This might surprise people. Only A Good Day to Die Hard is the only movie written originally to be a Die Hard film. The first movie was based on a novel called Nothing Lasts Forever, which after the film came out got renamed Die Hard. And that book was actually a sequel to another book Thorpe had written called The Detective. And that film and that book was made into a film in the late 60s starring Frank Sinatra. And it's that character from that book, Joe Leland. He is the one who is in the building. And they originally offered Die Hard to Frank Sinatra because he had what they call first look rights. Because back when they did The Detective, it was part of his contract that if there was ever a sequel written, that he had first dibs on the script. He had to read it first contractually. But he turned Die Hard down because at that point he was a little long in the tooth to be playing the character with all the physical demands that it took. So it got rewritten. The John McClane character was invented, and we got the movie that we got today. Now, the second film is also based on a book. It's called 58 Minutes. And it's by a guy named I think William Wagner, I think is his name. And he also wrote a book called Telephone, which got made into a movie in the 70s with Charles Bronson. And that was a story that it did take place in an airport, but I think it was LaGuardia because it was a New York story. And they took Die Hard 2 from that, and they just took out the original character and kind of changed why the bad guys were there, and it became the movie that it became. And it just so happens that I have both books right here. Let me put myself up on camera just briefly. This is the original book right here. Nothing Lasts Forever. And this is 58 Minutes. So I got both the paperbacks. And now the third movie is a little interesting because it was actually, as we kind of went into trivia, there was another screenplay called Simon Says. In fact, there are some versions of the script where it still says that you can kind of find online where it still says Simon Says as the title. And that was another movie that kind of went through some changes. It wasn't originally intended to be a Die Hard story. It was going to be its own separate original story. And it got rewritten because the story in Simon Says, like Jonathan Hensley says, the first half of the movie is pretty much what he originally wrote. basically everything from the heist on is new. And the original Simon was somebody that the cop in that story, before he became McClane, it was this character named Alex Bradshaw. And that version of Simon was after Bradshaw because of something that had happened in their childhood. Because it turns out that the cop knows the bomber from when they were kids. And I'd still like to get my hands on that version and read it, but I don't know if it's available anywhere. So, and the fourth movie was actually started out as it was like a magazine article, and it was all about the hacker who eventually winds up, when they did it as a Die Hard film, winds up the villain, Gabriel, Timothy Oliphant's character. But the original story of that, it was all about him hacking, doing the hack that he got in trouble over. And that was the original film. And then that got retooled into being Die Hard 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, only the fifth movie, the one that is the worst one of the bunch, is the only one that was originally written to be a Die Hard movie. The rest all came from other sources. So, anyway, enough of my yakking. That's all I've got. Like I said, there's more trivia on IMDb, but we'd probably be here another hour and a half reading through it all. So, yeah, we're best to just stop here while we're ahead.
Circles.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Western cinema up next, with maybe some patriotic karaoke tomorrow night. On the 4th. Remember, it's the 250th celebration, 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do keep your pets inside. The fireworks and explosions, they don't like those loud noises. And many pets end up getting lost, and that's just sad. So, as I always like to say, thank you everybody for being here today. Jamie Lynn Simmons, Igna Service, JPRPH1. Big Al presents. How do you pronounce this one? Colonic.
Halcyon Outlander 2105.
Okay, Lady Miss.
Welcome.
FK8C 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Tune the News. Aces of Movies. We'll drop in here. Says hello.
I want to thank Tim again for the member chat from earlier. Appreciate it.
As I always say, always remain to be excellent to one another. Party on, and we'll see you at the next one. Tell them what you got.
All right. As for myself, I don't have anything planned during the day tomorrow, but that's not to say that I won't go on. I am going to be guest hosting on Films with Friends once again tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And we're going to be watching The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Of course, Western Cinema Presents episodes 7 and 8 of 1883. Later that night at 8 p.m., Unscripted, which is going to be my best of 2026 so far show. A little late. I had intended to do it back in June, but other subjects intervened. Let's see. I'm going to be guest hosting on Geeky Geezers at 9 p.m. over on Age Boomer's channel. Then Boomer is going to be joining me after that for reserved seats, and we're going to be discussing Zach Krager's Oscar-winning film Weapons, among other topics. Then Troy's going to be your way, which is why I'm going to be on Geeky Geezers. So there's no Doctor Who this week. So that will not be part of the block. So reserved seats might go a little bit over. Tuesday, live from Sparkwood 21. We're going to be watching an episode from season 2 of Twin Peaks called Dispute Between Brothers, which is going to be the aftermath of the previous episode. Then, of course, next Thursday, back at our regular time. And of course, we're going to be doing something a little different this week. And we're going to be doing a comedy. Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yep.
That is available on Netflix.
Yep.
Because Netflix does not do physical media. But that's a story for another time. All right.
Yeah.
So, as I always say at the end of every broadcast, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win. And thank you for sticking with us through the tech issues. Appreciate it.
Oh.
Shall I push the button, Frank?
You didn't say the tagline.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is how we win, man.
Did I not say that?
I thought. I guess I missed.
I thought I said it.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
This
is how we win. Okay. Good night.